Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm Debbie Danford from craftiercreations.blogspot.com, and happy Thursday. So today I'm coming to you. So this week I have been working with the Hearts of Elegance suite, and this is the marbled Elegance paper. I just wanted to show it to you really quick. The front sides, or the A sides, I like to call it A side and B side, all have like a gold marbling that runs through it, and it's beautiful paper, and it's all in the reds and pink hues. We've got cherry cobbler, real red, flirty flamingo, I think is in here, melon mambo, and then this is what I would call the B sides of it. So you got some great subtle background pieces here that you could use in cards. So just real quick, I just want to check to make sure I am going live. I know it says I am, but I always like to do a double check just to make sure. Let's get that paper out of the way. Yes. And then the stamp set and bundle is called Hearts of Elegance, and it comes with a lot of great phrases here. And then 4 little stamps, a flower and a heart, and a couple leaves. Now, what comes along with this bundle is a set of dies, and there's 10 dies here. Comes with 4 hearts, 3 detailed hearts, and these are really, really pretty. Like this one is, we're actually using this one today. It's got a great little detail on that one. And then these 3 here cut out, these 3, and this heart right here will cut out that heart. So that's the dies that come with it. Now it's actually a suite, and this is online. This is an online exclusive, and it's actually a suite. So you would have the, if you wanted to get it all, you could have the stamp set, the dies, the paper. It comes with this little package of heart bling, and I don't remember what they called it, and I can't find the little paper it was in. Who knows where it's run off to. And then you get this beautiful gold twine that comes with it too, which I love this stuff. It's beautiful. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a cute little fun fold today. And this is how it opens. Now, of course, you could turn it this way so that you have this flap. And quite often, this is how I do it. I use the little flap on this side. And I think today when we make it, we'll do it that way. But when I made this one, I don't know, I flipped it different and did something a little different. And you can see here's the twine. And I actually just took one piece, cut it, and then pulled the little threads apart, basically deconstructing it. Here's that little detailed die. I love that die. And then this other little one does a little stitching around it too. And then I just put a simple little XOXO on the front with some of those little hearts. But what a pretty card, and not a whole lot of effort really into it. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have our supplies here. Now we have a piece of 5.5 by 8 1/4. It's a little bit short because you end up with that little gap right there. And we're scored at 1 inch and 5 1/4. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 1 inch and 5 1/4. Okay. Now, I think this time we are going to flip it this way. But what I'm going to do first is we're going to flip it. I'm going to leave it flat. I'm not going to burnish anything yet. And we're going to put some pieces on first, and then we'll burnish it. So let's go ahead and add our designer series paper to the gold foil. These are 1/2 by 5, and then this is 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then these pieces here, I want to say were 2.5 by 5, and then 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So that's the measurements there. And then we have a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. And then you'll just need some scrap pieces to die cut some foil and stuff. And normally, I wasn't even thinking, normally I would have die cut, I had already die cut these out of some scrap, but normally I would have die cut these probably right out of here, because then you're going to cover that up anyway. But since I forgot about it, we're not going to worry too much about it right now. But it's always a great way to use, especially on foil paper, to use that space behind something. Now watch, my glue is probably empty. Let's see if I can get anything out of it. And I like to use, well, let me grab a new glue really quick. Sorry about that. Those things always go out. Either the tape runner goes out or the glue or something right when you're getting ready to start. Isn't that how it always works? All right. So now this is a full one. I definitely got to be careful or I'll have glue everywhere. And then we're just going to lay this on top here. Oh, and I did not cut it. Let me make sure I cut this one right. This piece needs to be 0.5. So I need to cut it 1/4 of an inch off really quick here. Can't believe I cut that wrong. Happens. It happens. And I could have just trimmed it but with my scissors, but I'm just going to put it on here really quick. And yes, I'll have a little bit of glue probably on my paper trimmer, but it can easily be wiped off. So I'm not gonna worry about it right now. You know, you always think you have everything ready, perfect to go, and then somehow you always forget something. Okay, so there's that piece. And let's go ahead and add this one too. And remember with the mono glue, or if you're using liquid glue, you know, less is more. Or as one of my customers, who's a school teacher, taught me, is ... not a lot. So I always try to put that out there, especially at classes. I used it yesterday when I was at a class. ... not a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and then add this. Now this is going to go here on this 1-inch strip right here. Whoops. That's going to go here. And that's the reason you say ... not a lot. You don't want it leaking everywhere. And then this piece is going to go over here. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and burnish. Well, actually, before we do that, because I like to do my everything stamping wise, and then when I'm decorating the front, I like to put that all together after I burnish. So let's just bring in this scrap. So on the front now, or on the inside, I stamped that little heart. You could put a strip of DSP in here if you want. You can do it any way you want. You could, there's the little flower. You could stamp that. You can stamp the heart. There's leaves. You can stamp a combination of both. It doesn't matter. So I have my real red here, and I'm just going to stamp it right down here in the corner. Just like that. And at the same time, since I have the ink out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the XO. My hugs and kisses here. Oops, I got to slide that down a little bit. I got a little bit of a glare. Okay, and we're gonna, there's that. And then I'm gonna grab a blending brush, and red is pretty dark, so that's why I went off the edge with my blending brush first, and I'm just adding a little bit along the edges here of the inside. I like to soften a little bit of it up. You don't have to do this part. I just feel like it adds just a little bit to the inside. Now you could do that to this piece if you wanted to, but I didn't feel like I needed to on that one. Okay, so there's how our card front is going to go, like this. So let's go ahead and attach this right here. And that will be our inside piece already completed. Okay, so this is going to go just like that. Now we can go ahead and burnish these folds. So here's this one here. Yeah, I got that on a little crooked, it looks like, but that's okay. We're not gonna dwell about it today. And then this one here. Okay, so there's what our card front looks like. Got a little bit of glue off there. Okay. Now to decorate. Now, here's what I didn't want to happen. because I forgot about my little gap, because we don't want that there. So what I'm going to end up doing, I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll end up pulling this off and probably flipping it, taking the tape off and flipping it, because I like to have a white strip going there. I would have put the heart over here. I wasn't thinking when I stamped in that corner, because you can huff this back off, or you can use a heat gun, but you can see I didn't put a whole lot of adhesive behind here, so it'll be easy enough to pull it back off. And then what we'll do, I'll show you here. There we go. Yeah, because it came off really easy. So what I'm going to end up doing, now, sometimes you can get this off and reuse it, or I might just use it for the inside of another card and then just stamp again. So I'll grab another white piece here in a minute. I'm not going to worry about it right this second. I think I have one cut over there. If not, I'll go grab one and we'll finish the inside. But let's go ahead and decorate. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to cut a piece that's about, I don't know, 8 inches. I don't usually measure. I just usually kind of cut. And then on this, what I did is because this stuff unravels really easy, I just deconstructed it and took these apart. And it'll take me a couple minutes to do this just because of how you have to pull these. But I liked it. Now I'm just grabbing a hold with this one. It's not like pulling apart like ribbons sometimes where you grab the end and then it starts unraveling. These you can just start pulling a piece off the top and kind of pulling it out. And there we go. There's our little strips of all the little gold pieces. Okay. So what we're going to do here is I am going to add a little bit of adhesive back here. And then what I'm going to do, this is all I do with this, is kind of fold it. I take my fingers and do some little loop-de-loops, as I call them. And then they're going to go right here. And I just kind of plop it down on top of that adhesive. And if you've got some sticking out that you maybe don't want sticking out, you can readjust. I pick it up, look at it from the front, see if I need to pull some things. And you can trim off the ends that are maybe sticking out if you don't want them sticking out. Sometimes I've left them, sometimes I trim them off. So I think here I'm going to go ahead and trim off some of these right there. Okay, so there's that part. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. Here I got one that wants to keep. So we're going to put a few dimensionals behind here. Love my dimensionals. Always just adds a little bit of extra to your cards when you pop it up a little bit here and there. Okay, there's that. And let's grab this. So I'm in the middle of designing for my monthly club. That's why, and they picked this bundle this month. So I decided this week I would focus on my lives using this suite. And if you're interested in monthly club, I'll put the link out there. It's out on my blog. It's $41. You get the supplies to make 5 projects, 2 of each. You get to pick. I let everybody vote and pick the bundle. And then I ship everything out on or around the 25th. You get a PDF, video. We have a private Facebook group where I post everything. And yeah, everybody loves it. I love designing and working with the monthly club. It challenges me sometimes because I don't plan ahead. I mean, I put out the choices for the what they can pick on the poll, but you never know what they're going to pick. So it definitely challenges me sometimes too. Let's see. And I think I'll put this one. I think I'm going to bring that one down a little bit. So I'm just going to add adhesive here on this one. I don't think I'll need to put a little dimensional behind there, but we'll see here in a minute. Yeah, that one's not sticking over. So there's that. Now let's go ahead and, if I can get it picked up, I'm just going to add some adhesive here, and then I'll see how it fits and if I need to add a little dimensional behind it or not. No, I don't think this time I will. I laid it out just a little different, which is always good. So there's that. It's a little crooked here, Debbie. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and pull in some little hearts. These hearts are great. I love these because they're flat and they're not going to stick up when you go to mail something. Oops, let's not put our hearts upside down. I just think these are great because even the big ones, they're all very flat. Like they're, I don't know if you can see that, but they're not, you know, they don't stick out. So they're not going to stick out when you put them in an envelope and mail them, which I think is awesome. And let's see, should we put one? I don't want to put it over there, although that's, yeah, we'll put one there. Okay, so there's that. And then real quick, I'm going to grab a piece of white paper. At least I'm going to try and grab a piece of white paper. Somehow my thick basic white got mixed up with regular basic white, and I need to go through it and pull what doesn't belong there. Okay, there's our little scrap. I just want to make sure I don't have glue. Nope, I got it off. And I'm just going to cut a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece for the inside. And we're going to do that again. And that other piece will not go to waste, trust me. I'm still got a couple more cards to design for monthly clubs, so I will be able to use up that inside piece on something else. So let's just bring in our scrap. So this time I'm going to remember, this is going to go like this. And if that heart peeking through there, if you like that, you know, by all means, you can do it like that. I just wasn't thinking because I like to have that white kind of showing. So I'm going to stamp this over here on this side. And then do a little bit of blending here. And then we'll go ahead and attach this to the inside of the card. Just like this. Oops. And then there's our beautiful card. And again, we could burnish that a little bit more. These do want to tend to pop up just a little bit, only because the way the folds are, but you just have to really give it a good burnish. And then there you go. Here's our, this one folds this way. And then this one I did this way. Cute, simple, quick and easy card that you can put together, and this designer series paper is just awesome. I love the stamp set, actually. I love all the dies. I think they coordinate really well, and I think you could make a lot of quick and easy cards very quickly. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining me, and I will be back again next week. I think next week I'm going to be working with the, oh gosh, what is it called? Oh, and really quick, and I'll show you while I'm looking that up. It's the butterfly, the beautiful bokeh suite. I'm going to be working with the butterflies and that DSP. I think that'll be what I'm going to work on next week. But just in case, if you're not familiar, it is celebration time from January 7th through February 28th. You can earn free products. So if you spend minimum $60, you have several choices of free items, stamp sets. We have designer series paper, a little kit, an embossing folder, you know, just this, everything you can imagine. More designer series paper. There's ribbon. there's bling. Or if you spend 120, there's a bundle here that's called heart shaped that you can earn, or there's a corner in bloom set that you can also get. So yes, celebration is like our best time of the year because you get to earn free product. But the bundle I want to focus on next week is called the Beautiful Bokeh Suite. So it's the Beautiful Butterflies bundle. And my friend Tracy and I are doing a virtual event on February 8th that we'll be using stuff out of here. So you'll hear me talk about that next week in case you missed we did a sneak peek a couple weeks ago, and you can find that video out under my Facebook and on YouTube. So it'll show you the highlights of the products and a couple sneak peek samples. But yes, this paper is so pretty to use. I mean, it's not fancy like this marbled paper is, but it's just the way they made it. It's just so pretty and very subtle for a background. So anyway, that's what I'll be showcasing next week. And I will be back here again on Tuesday at 10 o'clock and then Tuesday at 11, I think. I have to kind of confirm my times on Tuesdays. I may end up pushing Tuesdays till 1 o'clock, but we'll see. But I will be back on Tuesday, and I will get my times figured out as I move along. I normally have other things going on a Tuesday. That's why I couldn't quite figure out my time frame there. But anyway, it'll all work out. I like coming to you. 11 has been working really well because for some people it could be a lunch break. So you might be on lunch break right now. Watching. It's always hard to pick what is the perfect time of the day to do a video, but so I'll be playing around with my times maybe a little bit, but that's my goal, is to kind of do it around lunchtime, 11 o'clock. That's Pacific Standard Time anyway. May not be lunchtime in your area, but it's coming up to our lunchtime. So anyway, I'll quit babbling, and I will see you all again on Tuesday. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.